Hi friends, welcome to Sri Sai IT Hub. In this video of C programming language, we are going to discuss the following topic. So today we'll see what is the flow of execution of a C program. So how a C program gets executed on a Windows machine, today we are going to see that. Right, so this is the flow of execution of a C program. So first we have to write a C program. So let us say our C program is welcome.c. Welcome.c. So after writing the C program, we have to compile the program. So once the compilation is done, internally a machine code is generated. And that machine code, we technically call it as .obj code in Windows machine. So this machine code is separate for every operating system. Next, we have to run this machine code. So when we run this machine code, we get exe file. We get the exe file. So which is nothing but executable file. Which is nothing but executable file. Right. So exe file extension is welcome.exe. So whatever is the program name will get the executable file as .exe file. So what is the use of this object code and what is the use of this exe file? So when we run the program internally, this object code is linked with operating system library files. And after that we'll get the exe file. And this exe file is executed line by line by OS. And then we'll get the output of the program. So this is the basic flow of execution of a C programming language. So first, welcome.c. Second, welcome.obj. Third, welcome.exe. And finally, output of the program. Right. So we'll try to understand all these things in different steps. Right. So the first step goes like this. So first we have to open a dev C++ software. Click on File and New option. Okay. Right. So let's go to dev C++. Click on the File menu and say New. Okay. New source file. So we'll get a new page. Okay. Right. So in this new page, we have to type the program and we have to save the program. So our program name will be welcome.c. Okay. Right. So we'll type our program here. So our program is already present here. So this is our program, what we have typed. Okay. So in this program, we are going to display the welcome message in center of console. So our program name will be something like welcome.c. So this will be our program name. And then we are taking one header file, standard input output header file. Program execution starts with main function. Now inside the main function beginning and main function ending. So this is the beginning of main function. This is the ending of main function. We are taking three printf statements in which we are printing hello world in the first line. And next we are taking two new lines and then printing welcome to Sri Sai IT Hub. And then we are taking two new lines and then we are printing all the best. So three messages in three different lines, and in between each line we'll get one empty line because we are taking two new lines from second line and third line. Right, now we have to save the program. So click on the file and say save. Okay, so we have to say save. So I'm going to save this as welcome.c in our working directory. Right. So this is what is step one, what we are going to follow. Next, step two. Now we have to compile the program. So the shortcut for compiling is we have to select the execute menu, and then we have to go for compile option. The shortcut is F9. So what is this compilation? Okay, so compilation is a process of converting our program into machine understandable format. So the machine understandable format here is OS understandable format. Who will do this? Okay, so machine understandable format, who will do this? So this is done by a special piece of software known as compiler, and that compiler here, it is C compiler. Okay, so our program will be converted into machine code, OS understandable code. And during this compilation process, okay, in our program, if we have any mistakes, so mistakes are shown as errors. Mistakes are shown as errors. So this is step 2. So next, when our program does not have any errors, error free, okay, we'll get the machine code. So in dev C++, this machine code is not visible to us, right? So this machine code is not visible to us. Okay, so the extension for machine code is .obj. So if our program name is welcome, we'll get welcome.obj. If the program name is demo, we'll get demo.obj. And in dev C++, this obj code is not visible to us. It is created internally, and after the execution process, it is automatically deleted. So whereas if we take old compilers like C, C++, this obj code is also visible in our working directory. And this obj code is understood only by that particular operating system, which is nothing but Windows operating system. And hence, we call C as platform dependent language. So platform means it is dependent on operating system. The system on which we are compiling the program will get this obj code, and this obj code can be executed only on the same system. So this is what we call it as C as platform dependent language. Next, step 3. After successful compilation, we have to run the machine code. So when we run the machine code, we get the required output. So we get the required output. So how to do this? It's very simple here. So here we have to follow, click on run and select run option. Okay, so click on run menu or click on execute menu and select run option. So let's try to understand that here. Click on the execute menu and click on run. The shortcut is F10. Okay, the shortcut is F10. So we have to go for execute, and inside this, okay, we have to go for run. So when you say run, okay, you will get the output. But before that, we have to compile this. So compile this. So when we compile this, okay, if you can see here, we are directly getting the exe file. Okay, whereas in old compilers, we'll get the object code also, but in dev C++, object code is not visible to us. Next, we have to run this. Click on run. So when you say run, we'll get the output, right? So this output is visible to us. Hello world, followed by 2 new lines. Welcome to Sri Sai IT Hub, followed by 2 new lines. All the best. Right. So let's close this output window. Right. Now, basically, what exactly happens internally when we run this program? Internally, when we run this program, our machine code goes through 2 steps. 1, linking, 2, executing. So what is this linking? So linking means whatever is the machine code is there, machine code is attached with operating system files. So what are operating system files? For example, keyboard files, monitor files. So whatever the files which are, whatever the resources which are required for our program execution process, those are linked with obj code. So this is called as linking process. Now who will do this linking? So linking is done with a small piece of software known as linker. Linking is done with a small piece of software known as linker or C language linker. Like C compiler, we have C linker. And after successful linking, we'll get exe file. So in dev C++, as soon as you compile this file, you will get this exe file. Whereas in the old compilers, if you take Turbo C compiler, okay, in that situation, you will get the object code, and when you run, this object code is converted to exe file. And next, after linking, executing. Okay, so executing is the .exe file is executed line by line by operating system. Okay, so in our case, it will be welcome.exe. So exe file is executed line by line to give the required output. So who will do this? Okay, it is done by executor. Okay, executor is a small piece of software which is provided by OS, operating system, to execute any Windows understandable application in that particular system. Right. And finally, step 4. After successful execution, output is generated in the output window and which can be viewed on the console. Console means our output screen. So this is what is the 4 steps which are involved in writing and executing a C program. And finally, we can also compile and run a program, okay, both at a time in single step, okay, using dev C++ by clicking on execute menu and selecting compile and run. The shortcut key is F11. Compile and run both at a time. Right. So let's try to do that. So click on execute menu, compile and run. So it will compile and output is also generated on the output screen or console. So we can see the output here. Right. So we can also directly press F11 key. So I'm pressing F11 key on the keyboard. Right. So output is generated. If there are no errors in the program, no compilation errors, then output is generated. So press any key to continue. Done. So these are the 4 steps to work with flow of execution of a C program. So step 1, write and save the program. Step 2, compile the program. Step 3, run the program. Step 4, verify the output of the program. Okay. So these are the 4 steps. So 4 steps. First one, write and save the program. Step 2, compile the program. The shortcut in dev C++ in F9. Step 3, run the program. Shortcut is F10. F10 key. And step 4, verify output of program. Right. So 4 steps. These are followed in dev C++ software. So write and save the program. The shortcut is Control S. And the file extension what we have to give is .c as extension. So it is file name .c as extension. So that's all for this video. So thank you for watching this video. Do like and share this video and subscribe to the channel. Have a nice day.